The truck barrels down the highway as the driver panics. The Punisher climbs onto the hood anyway and fires through the windshield, killing the driver. The truck crashes and explodes, and the Punisher is thrown clear. Injured but alive, he pulls himself up and opens the trailer, and a massive enforcer attacks him. The fight is brutal and close. Frank absorbs some punishment, adapts, and overwhelms the man through sheer relentlessness. The enforcer goes down for good. Inside the container are women being trafficked. The Punisher then begins freaking out and telling the women to stay back. Frank knows something isn't right, so he tells the women to stay back, but Frank feels something in his head telling him that it is okay. Kingpin, behind the scenes, tells Frank that he can hurt them too, because they aren't contributing to the greater good of the city, thus they should be punished. The Punisher fights back against the command as he starts to rip out a device from the back of his neck. The ladies try to help, but he insists that they stay back because he isn't safe. The Punisher tells them to go. The victims are free, but the Punisher isn't. Elsewhere, Detective Fishback is tied to a table. Tombstone is in control. He tortures Fishback methodically, cutting away pieces of him while demanding information. Nearby, Judy, the older woman who once helped Frank, is interrogated as well. She refuses to give what Tombstone wants. Tombstone finishes them both. When the police arrive, they find the aftermath. Fishback is dead. Judy is dead. And the room tells the story without needing explanation. Later, officers reflect on the man responsible for setting all of this in motion. He didn't touch them, but the fear he left behind is worse than anything they've known. Microchip is now seen strapped into a chair, wired into machines, his body pushed past exhaustion. Kingpin stands over him, calm and calculating, making it clear that Frank Castle is no longer a man to be reasoned with. He's a weapon, something to deploy, something that kills when aimed. Microchip argues that Frank is running on fumes, that he needs rest, that he's barely holding together. Kingpin listens, then decides rest can be forced. Microchip is sedated, shut down, and left powerless as plans are set in motion without him. The Punisher stops because he doesn't know why he is here. His name is gone, his memories are scrambled, but danger still registers. His body moves on instinct, recognizing threats even when his identity is missing. He notices the place he is at is wired with traps, pressure plates, and other things that would bring about unseen consequences. The Punisher then starts to remember vaguely what happened to him. He was shaken and programmed to go on a purge, a mission to bring punishment so the city can heal. Not for his own doing, but for the Kingpin's bidding. The Punisher then finds himself somewhere that he knows too well, a room with an extensive arsenal and aroma of gun oil. He then picks up an object that carries more weight that he could fully articulate at the moment, his dog tags. He now knows his name. Elsewhere, the aftermath is piling up. Fires burn, bodies stack, and crime surges beyond containment. At police headquarters, officers review footage and reports, recognizing the pattern even without confirmation. Whatever is happening, it is at random. The Punisher is back. We then see two EMTs walking back to their vehicle after getting coffee from the gas station. To their unpleasant surprise, they find a bomb strapped to the dashboard. In Punisher fashion, Frank emerges from the back of the vehicle and tells them that opening the door will trigger it. Now that he has gotten their undivided attention, Frank makes his terms clear. He will disarm the bomb, but only if they do something for him in return. They must remove the device buried in his brain, the one being used to control him. The deal is simple. Whatever Kingpin tried to turn him into didn't work. Frank Castle was never just a tool, and the Punisher was never gone, and now he is ready to bring punishment to the person who truly deserves it.